What's up, Polytopians? Got another epic replay commentary here for you today. This is a Bardur vs Hoodrick game that I played a while ago. I think it was like a week or two. It's a pretty short game. I've got a few late game replays I'm holding on to, but so you can look forward to that. I'll probably be doing them next. But this game, I felt it was important because it illustrates the importance of decisive play in the early game pretty well. And it was pretty informative, so I felt like it was worth covering. So without further ado, let's just get into this. Right, so I'm the Hoodrick player again in this replay, going up against a Bardur opponent. Obviously Bardur is superior, but Hoodrick is pretty good too, despite not being an eco tribe. Both of us get pretty good resources. Both of them, two are probably the top tribes in the game when it comes to resource spawn rates. Right, so I'm going for tech over warriors. See, he did the same, but Bardur can still get its warriors out earlier because they don't actually need to buy tech to level the cities up really. Right, taking workshop is good. Always good to get those workshops. Going to be able to level my second city up as well. But my opponent's actually already taking a third and found a fourth, so it's very ahead in city count so far, which is not good for me. He's getting those resources as well. Leveling up is going great for him. I'm not sure if he has forestry yet. If he does, he should be leveling his city soon. Right, and then he also gets a shot from my archer, which is a bit unfortunate. Over here, that's a small mistake, taking the workshop when he could have leveled the other city, taken stars, and then got a workshop. So that's definitely a mistake in the early game, I would say. I'm going to be taking forestry myself, and I'm going to be able to level this city up over here. I'm going to be taking resources, and I'll be doing the same. With this other city over here. Yeah, I guess one of the few advantages of having low city count is you're able to afford the tech you need pretty easily. I'm going to continue to train up some more units. So here's another few mistakes he makes. First mistake was killing the archer instead of taking the city. Like, I guess there was always a threat that I would then be able to siege it. Oof. Ah, there's a moth in this room. Never mind. There is always a threat that he's able to siege the city, but they make a lot of money, and if he gets if he got a rider out there, he probably would. Okay, maybe not. Maybe if you're playing really safe, maybe it is worth not taking the city. I probably still would have done it because I'm incredibly greedy. But that's only the first mistake he makes on this team. Oh, on this turn. The next, the probably more severe mistake I would say, and this is probably why he delayed the level up last turn, is actually because he goes for city walls. Now, judging on the score, he should have known that he was ahead, so when you're ahead, you're also Bardur, who always gets giants up faster than other players. There's really no reason to take city walls. There's no reason to be scared when you're playing Bardur. City walls are definitely not necessary. So I have fewer cities, but I'm actually ahead in levels so far, because he's going for city walls instead, taking those super important stars in the early game. Right there, he's getting the rider tech, so since he does have riders there, I still think he should have taken that city. Okay, I was a bit greedy here. It was obviously impossible. I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to put that little dude on that city over there. Obviously, he wasn't going to be able to take it. So it was definitely a mistake. Also, I'm able to get a really early giant out though, so that is one thing I have going for me this game. I'm getting close to getting a second out as well. Yeah, obviously. See, this was actually a tragic mistake because I actually let him capture that city a turn sooner, so that was a big mistake for me there. Yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking. There was no way that was ever gonna work. Okay, now he's going to finally get those stars. Probably should have gotten them sooner. That upgrade pays itself off in one turn. You should always get it as soon as possible. Will I be able to buy? Yes, I will. Tech is so cheap for me, I'll be able to afford fishing this turn. I'm going to be able to get a second giant out before. And you see, my opponent's Bardur, he should have a giant out by now. But because he's taking 6 city walls instead and going heavy on the unit count, he actually doesn't. And maybe it's just a difference in playstyle, but I definitely think he should get giants out. He gets a really good explorer over here, he gets full vision on me, and is able to see those giants. So since he's identified the threat, now he should definitely try and focus on getting his own giants out. Actually, when it comes to that, I would say he's actually got... This is actually a pretty unlucky Bardur spawn. Yeah, it's actually going to be very hard. Well, No, all he needs to do is go for sawmills. With sawmills, he'll be able to get giants out in those back cities over there. That's pretty standard for Bardur. You should always get sawmill tech. Not for catapults, like everyone uses, but rather just for the sawmills. And riders and archers will suffice much better as a combat unit to support catapults. No, not catapults. Why did I say catapults? I mean giants. Riders and archers and giants. That's what you need. Not too many people end up using those units though. Well, everyone uses riders, but archers are pretty underrated. I feel like a lot of people just look at their damage numbers and assume they're a lot worse than catapults. When they're really just not. Their ability to move and attack and counter-attack, I feel, just makes them a lot more valuable. But as you can see here, it's looking pretty bad for me. My opponent's got control of a lot of the map. He's got 6 cities, I've only got 3. He's doubling me in city count. He's got a lot of map control. I'm boxed in this small area. The only thing I have going for me right now is the fact that I've got my giants out a lot earlier than he has. And here, once again, big mistake. Catapults. You don't need catapults this early. Definitely consider this a mistake. Especially because catapults also want meat shields to body block for them. Even if you are going to build catapults, they get more valuable later on when units can't reach them. If you only have a few units, catapults are not very good. It's really easy to get through to them. Alright, I think here he does a good move. But he does some. Yeah, he's holding his riders back. That's good, not throwing them away. Over here, he sees a threat that. Obviously, that these 2 units, there was a possibility that I would be able to capture that city, so he moves in with these warriors to body block the path. Alright, continue to take workshop, that's good. Oh, but again, you should do the city leveling before buying units. Then you don't need to chop so many forests. You can get that 3rd level up on that city. It's worth it. Then you get a refund on the stars, basically, and you can buy the units afterwards. But apart from that, I'd say he's playing alright. I'd just say that these city walls are a major mistake. Because city walls are not enough to hold up giants, you see. That's the great thing about archers, is one archer shot and a giant can kill a warrior with city walls just easily. And even with defender, a few archers in it, even a defender would not suffice really. He really needed his own giants out much earlier, and it's very possible to get those when you're playing with Bardur. It shouldn't be too difficult. So it's definitely a big mistake there. I'm able to afford a lot of tech, so I'm able to get my roads out now to effectively move these riders around. Get a little snipe on that warrior and just. Oh no, I pull it back. I thought it exploded into the fog. As you can see here, like the catapults hit hard, but as you'll see later on my turn. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, just throwing those units away. I'm not really sure if it's worth it. If you can't get the kill off, then you might as well hold those units back rather than throw them away. It just allows me to get kill them. Actually, and that's actually brutal. The fact that it allowed me to get the kill them. There's a number of mistakes that led up to what happens next turn, which you'll see. Oh, yeah, get this level up. The resources should have been claimed quite a while ago. This city, unfortunately, is not capable of getting the next level up without roads. Okay, yeah, so I bought climbing tech. Gonna be able to level both these cities up. Yeah, I finally managed to find a city on this lower part of the map. Probably should have taken Explorer, but a little bit greedy with the workshop. Well, actually, no, maybe not. An Explorer is only valuable when it's exploring enemies' territory. But as you can see here, okay, yeah, there goes those incredibly expensive catapults, sniped incredibly easily by a cheap archer. Also able to siege that second city because city walls do not suffice on defense. Yeah, oh yeah, that rider moves forward to explore the fog. Yeah, and also the fact that all his units suicided into that giant actually allowed me, using the killer monument, to get another giant out, and that meant there was no chance of taking the city back. Which ended up being really brutal because I feel like all he needed to do to win here would have been to get his own giants out in a reasonable amount of time. Even if he didn't rush for them, there was only, you can see how just giants are super important. Giants are pretty much the only thing that beats giants. So even despite being on like twice the city count, no amount, like being able to build twice as many riders, that doesn't really suffice when it. And the city walls you saw did absolutely nothing for him. the stars would have been so much more valuable. Yeah, so I know it was a short game. But I was feeling a bit tired today anyway, so. But I just felt that there was, yeah, these mistakes. I see a lot of people making these mistakes. Yeah, just cutting out these few mistakes in the early game would actually go a long way to like raising your level of play. Because it would have been a clean win for him if he had those giants out. I don't think there was any room for counterplay on my part. Alright, peace out, Polytopians. Yeah, that was the wrong side again. This is very confusing. Peace out, Polytopians.